Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. So I didn't check, so today's going to be a surprise reveal day. Let's see how much we're up. My guess is because I traded with a little bit smaller size today because I wasn't super excited about how pre-market was shaping up. I think my average size today was about like $5,000, maybe even $4,000. So we're talking like 20-25% based on my ideal position size I was trading at. I think I'm over 10% up on the day based on my average size, so I think I'm over $500, maybe even over $700. Let's go ahead and check here, and boom, we're actually up $1,200 today. That's actually really good, much better than I expected. That is pretty good. Let me hide my swing trades. We could talk about them later. I want to focus on the day trading for now. So I guess the reason I thought I was not as up as much is because I was really reducing my size as the day went on. After the market opened, some of my trades were like at $1,500. So I think I was like, okay, that was like a $50 win or a $100 win instead of like a $200, $300, $400, $500 win, which it should have maybe been if I was using bigger size. So maybe I was already thinking like, okay, this is going to be a really small day relative to what it should be. So yeah, I'm actually pretty excited. $1,200. That's really not bad for how much size I was using. So today was like a 20% plus profit day based on my average size. Pretty freaking awesome, and hopefully a good start to the short week. Now if you go here to December, so today's the Monday the 20th, and we got Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then Friday the markets are closed. If we come here to the NASDAQ, actually that was the wrong link, the NASDAQ holidays, you can see here Christmas Day, Friday, December the 24th, the market is closed. So if we just come back here, you'll see that the 24th is closed. So we technically only have 3 more trading days left, which means Thursday is more or less the bonus day. I'm going to try to mentally think, whatever is the last day of the trading week is more or less a bonus day. So if I end up taking, Thursday off or doing a half day Thursday, that's totally fine. Try to end as quick as possible because people are going to be off on the holidays and the volume is going to get light. And I think the momentum is going to die out really, really quick on Thursday. I could be wrong, but that's usually what we see around holidays. So Tuesday, Wednesday, ideally get as aggressive as possible. Same with Thursday if we see momentum, but just then fade off really quickly. If I nail a perfect front side move, that'll probably be it. I'll go ahead and call it then on Thursday. And then right before we dive into the trade reviews, and then also maybe sharing a little bit about SOPA because that ticker was insane. Just as a quick reminder, if anyone is looking to get started here in day trading, a great place to do that, and I always link it in this video, and I've gotten some questions. Alex, where do I start? We got tradejournal.co/connect, create an account, and then you can see my whole entire portfolio at tradejournal.co/Winkler. We can check out my trades, my portfolios, and so on. And then if you go here to step 2, join and get active on the Discord, this is where we're always hanging out, specifically in this channel right here, the day trading under stocks category. I'm always in there from at least 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time till 10 a.m. And we got 118 members online right now. And then if you want to learn more about my specific trading strategy, we got the foundation video series right here for you guys with the slides and checklist PDF to have, printed out on your desk or somewhere, or just on another screen to remind you of what we're usually looking for small cap gappers. Okay, so let's get back, talk about these 2 tickers. So we'll just start with GRTX, and then we'll talk about CANF, and I definitely want to talk about SOPA really quickly as well because that's looking pretty good. So starting with GRTX, let's move to the daily on this one to get a good bird's eye view. It was a ranging ticker for a long time with big support at $6. Unfortunately, eventually we broke that $6 zone and we crashed down. And this is because it looked like there was a lot of warrants available. And again, these warrants are still around like 7.25 or something, I think is the average. We had a whole video on GRTX that I definitely recommend checking out if you're more of a swinger on this ticker. Anyway, I made a poll on who thinks it can get to $6. It wasn't a really good looking poll for GRTX to get to $6. I think it was like 25% people thought it was going to get to $6. But what I do like about this one is overall in the small cap market, we've been having multi-day continuation, and it was holding its highs here, making some really good pullbacks to around 2.6 or so, and it's already up really, really well from there. So this is looking like a healthy streak. Unfortunately, we don't really have high relative volume today, so that's not the best looking sign as an indicator for continuation. So here you can see how we held our highs here around 2.5 super well. And I wanted to swing this one, but my swing trades were fully allocated, so I did not go ahead and swing trade this one. It definitely would have worked out really nice, but at the same time, I don't want to be over allocated in a different account that's meant for something else. So that's why I didn't go ahead and do this one. On the 5-minute though, held its highs, kept on holding it, and then eventually we broke above $3, and then we kept on crawling here in this area. And I didn't really trade this one pre-market, But I did like this support zone we put in here. Unfortunately, I was kind of wrapping up my trading already in this area, and I did one more trade past my usual 10 o'clock. But that was, again, look at this size, 1,000 shares at almost $4. So that was a $4,000 size, just classic. And a few of these trades were even smaller. So I did miss this kind of big run up here, and this is what I was kept on looking for. So if we go to the 1 minute, you can see this one really, really perfectly here, how we did find a really, really good support in this area, but every time we didn't get that continuation. So I was, scalping these ones, and eventually we did get that pop, 17% move to the upside. So that would have been amazing if I was able to hold through that. So unfortunately, I didn't get it, but I did try here several times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and then I did a little bit of a trade there as well. But I think the key to kind of victory on GRTX was just be really cautious, and I was always trading in that 5-minute support. So that's where I was really, really able to do some pretty okay scalping on. Sometimes I chased a little bit, but only because it looked like there was going to be a good breakout. But overall, I still had pretty good entries, even like this one at 3,425. So that's like almost the perfect low here on this one. And I don't really care about getting like a perfect low or a perfect exit, but I did have good risk reward on these because I was focusing on the 5-minute setups. And right now, actually, again, GRTX is forming a pretty nice 5-minute right here. So this could be a good little trade, but it looks like we're entering a bit more on the backside. So I would be a bit cautious for sure on GRTX. Let's move on to CANF. And I guess we'll start on the daily again. That's always a good place to start. Bird's eye view. Let's zoom in a little bit. Another ticker we've traded plenty times in the past. There's probably a lot of bag holders on this ticker because we had this huge spike day and we've been selling off ever since. And now we're coming back to this kind of $2, $5, $3 zone. We're having a hard time breaking through it. Biotech with 20 million shares outstanding and a 49 million market cap. Looks like it has some news catalysts coming out today as well. So that's always what we like to see. Now, if we go to the 5-minute chart, you'll see this one was a little bit cleaner initially in this area, but then it consolidated here for quite a long time. And I didn't really think we were going to break above 220. I knew we had some room to run here, but I was getting a little pessimistic because I did not like the price action on CANF. It was really, really weird. There was like 3 or 4 times where the 1-minute wick went below my limit orders and I didn't get filled. And it was just like really weird price action ticker in terms of execution. I think that kind of put me off on this ticker a little bit. But overall, we were trending on the front side pretty much the whole entire morning until market open, and then we kind of flushed below it and we weren't able to pop back up. So, but this whole entire pre-market was definitely a good front side, although this could be considered kind of a ranging ticker at this point with a lot of consolidation. But on the 1 minute, it's definitely clear ranging, but on the 5 minute, we, technically we are still maintaining that front side. So let's go and check out how I traded this one. Actually, my first trade on this was quite a loser, which was a little bit upsetting. I lost, well, you can see it right here. I lost, like 5-6 cents a share on this one when I was looking for that pullback and then that, continuation, which we actually end up getting. But so I had the right idea, but the wrong timing. I ended up getting shaken out almost at the perfect low right before it runs up 26%. And I was like, well, that's, a great way to start the day. That was a little frustrating, but it is what it is. Eventually, it keeps running up, and I actually end up buying near the highs here and taking some quick profits. And I did that with small size just to get my mind in the habit of like taking trades because I didn't want to sit on the sidelines on this one. So I was like, even if I buy the perfect high, I don't care because I need to start making trades on this ticker. I took profits right away, and then I started buying this pullback, and I was able to walk away with some decent profits pretty quickly on this one. I always knew when it was overextended, and that really helped me ward off a lot of resistance because you could see that big resistance at 2.2, which right here you can see we've had a lot of attempts to try to break that area. So I was really, really quick to take profits all the time, and that definitely allowed me to avoid any losers and also take profits constantly. And the reason I know there is big support or resistance at 2.2 is because if you go back out to the daily, zoom in on this one, you'll see that 2.2, this was big support and resistance. So this pulled back all the way to 2.2 perfectly. We had some fake out attempts here at 2.2. So I knew this zone was kind of an important level. Here was another fake out. Here was a retest. Here was a proper breakout. So I knew this zone was a significant zone. And that's why I was really, really quick to trade around this one without looking for a big winner because I knew there was a good chance that we weren't going to break through that. Eventually, we did break through that, and once I noticed we broke through it with big volume, that's why I traded this here. Otherwise, if this was a small volume breakout, I would have not traded it because most likely it would have flushed back down. I did a few more trades on this one, unfortunately, most of which I was just never really able to snag that big winner. I got a quick trade here, quick trade here. I think what I did right on CANF more than anything was just really avoid big red candles, but that also limited my upside a little bit and getting aggressive when there were some good setups. I actually really like this 5-minute setup we got on CANF. You can see we broke back above here, back above VWAP and the 9 EMA with pretty big volume. Let me zoom in on this one a little bit. You can see that big volume candle right here. Then we had a pullback, and then we popped again here, 7-8%. I was watching this right before I started the recap video, and I was this close to trading it. I was thinking, this is actually looking pretty good. I think I wrote in the Discord, CANF, nice little breakout here. And right now it is trending to the upside. Maybe it's going to have a double top or something coming up, but I think I'm done today. And overall this week, I don't really see myself getting so aggressive after 10 o'clock unless there's like a perfect setup that is forcing me to keep trading. And then let's actually wrap up with SOPA. Now, I didn't end up trading SOPA, but I was watching it all pre-market. And in my morning watch list, it was the first ticker I was talking about on Trade Journal. Now, why is this? And let's go to the daily quickly to figure out. So again, we're kind of a backwards trending ticker, so backside, and then we're finally making a move right now above the 9 EMA. So I guess it's on a short-term little pop back to the upside with big resistance around $10 and then again $16. Interactive media service company with 20 million shares outstanding and 159 million market cap, with looks like some quarterly results coming out here as news. But let's go to pre-market and kind of see why I was looking at this one. And again, I'm actually just going to go to the 5-minute for this. So this actually was the lead gapper because it popped up around 86% before it kind of gave all that back. I didn't really end up trading it here because there wasn't really a good setup, but that's why I was always watching it, because technically it was our lead gapper on the day, and you can see I had big resistance here. Now the market opened, this ticker popped up so fast and got halted, I didn't really have time to trade it. Plus I was watching other tickers at the time. Now it was kind of hard to jump in on any of these because it basically opened up higher and then got halted again. So this was a really tough time to trade it, and trading around halts is already not really my favorite thing. So I kind of more or less avoided trading SOPA, but it would have been a really nice one to be able to jump on. I know some of you guys got in the Discord, so big congrats on that. I think what could have been a good place to start accumulating is around this kind of 4-6 zone, because we did technically have a 5-minute breakout, and this would have been a 1-minute buy on that 1-minute pullback. So that could have been a good entry. But once it popped up, it just instantly got halted, and there was constantly 10-minute halts on this one. Which it kind of made it a little bit extra frustrating. So there was 3 10-minute halts. So this thing was halted for 30 minutes. So pretty much it was only trading for about 6 minutes from 9:30 to 10:06. There was 6 minutes of real trading in that and 30 minutes of halting. So yeah, that's a little bit of a tricky one to trade for sure. Technically on the 5-minute, it made a really healthy pullback in this zone. So let's go ahead and highlight this area. You'll see that on the 5-minute looking pretty healthy. Even right here where it popped back up on the 5-minute and made a new high, buying into this area right here could have been a really good follow-up trade on this one. So that could have been one place to trade it again. But let's go to the 5-minute again, and actually let's go to the 4-hour and see what we can identify on this one. So if I was still looking to trade SOPA, what would I be looking for? I would definitely be looking at former support zones, which was right here. I would say the first one around $10. That's also a key psychological zone. So I would like to see this maybe run to $10. I would definitely be taking profits at $10, but let's say it continues to run after $10 or like hold its highs well, I would probably be looking for another move to around $5.15 and $15. And that's because we had another big resistance zone coming in this area. And actually this one goes back way further to when this ticker looked like it IPO'd, and that was around $15 before running up here all the way to $41. So I would be looking at a $10 zone and then a $15 zone and see how it kind of moves around that area. If it keeps holding its highs really well, that would be a very bullish sign to keep holding and looking for a continuation. Maybe we're going to be seeing a lot more of SOPA. I mean, we've been seeing so many multi-day continuations on these small caps, so I would not be surprised at all if that was the case. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this Monday recap. Hope you guys found some value in it. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. Consider subscribing if you're new. We'd love to have you part of the community, and like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.